Today I'm going to be giving a summary and review of The Amazing Digital Circus, The Last Act. Or the final episode at least, because I'm not going to talk about episode 8, that's been out for 3 months now, so I don't need to talk about that. You guys aren't here for that, you're here for episode 9, so yeah, let's get straight into the video. Hello everybody, it's Glowy, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on The Amazing Digital Circus, The Last Act. Also, I'm going to be playing this game, Amazing Digital Circus Gunfight, in the background, because why not? It's a pretty fun game. So yeah, it's finally out, the show is over, and I cannot believe it. I'm going to go over my theatre experience first. As soon as I got there, I saw a group of 7 or 8 kids dressed up as the cast, which kind of put me at a bit of a bad start, I'm going to be honest. The costumes were great, but the kids were 6, 8, around that kind of age. It's not for that kind of age, and when I actually saw the film, I was like, oh god, this is not for these kids. You know, they're probably traumatized, but yeah, and then as soon as I went into the cinema, it stunk, and I mean it stunk, it was disgusting, so not great theatre experience. I also got a popcorn bucket, I'll show a little image on screen, very cool. I mean, they do also have another popcorn bucket on the Glitch store, Pomni one, but I thought, you know, I've already got that one, I'm not going to buy the Pomni one, well, you know, it's still really cool and all. So, my review, spoiler-free version right now. We'll go into spoiler territory later, but don't worry, I'll warn you. So, I think it was actually really good. I'm going to admit they don't fully explain stuff that happens, something really big happens about halfway through, and I don't know, there wasn't much talking dialogue around that section of the film. I just was not sure what was going on, how this has happened, you know. There's a big reveal, right at the start of the film, which I think, you know, should have been pushed back, maybe, because it just feels a bit wasted. But overall, I think it's very good. The music was amazing, some more original songs, and, yeah, Jax especially was really, really built on. All the other characters were built on, and I do think it was great. I think the ending I was happy with. I know a lot of people aren't very happy with it. I mean, I think it could have been better as well. Overall, I'm satisfied. The ending has satisfied me. I'm happy with how the show has concluded. And yeah. Also, everyone was singing along to Running the Show. I just got to mention that. Which was a fun time. Really was a fun time. So, yeah, that is my spoiler-free review over with. You haven't seen it yet? Click off now, I'm sorry. Come back later though. Come back later for my full review. So I'm going to be giving a summary of everything that happens now. So, as soon as we start, it pretty much starts straight after episode 8. Jax starts getting angry about Kinga and how, you know, everyone's fine with Kinga making mistakes, but Jax, no, they all hate. Jax runs off on his own. Some time passes and Jax, he abstracts off camera, and, you know, Pomni kind of blames herself for it, because she should have talked to him more, and, yeah, he abstracts, and everyone's just so annoyed, because they've built up a whole living space, you know, the circus is livable again. Pomni and King have been rebuilding the place together, and, yeah, Zubal's really mad, especially, because now he's roaming around. It's not like Kane can come and fix things, it's not like if anyone tries to lure him away, you know, they will take damage, I guess, because, like in episode 1 when Ragatha was hit by Kaufmo, same thing will happen here, but Kane, he can't do anything, he can't fix it, he's dead. Poor dude, my favourite character dead. So, Pomni, not very smart idea, she goes up to him, and she has a gun from the They All Get Guns adventure, and she starts shooting the lights out, because she remembers something about Kinga. Because Kinga said that in the pillow fort, Queenie was all relaxed before, you know, she got put in the cellar. So I guess Pomni tried to do the same thing, and she goes through Jax's memories. This bit is very odd indeed. Jax, quote unquote, as the kids would say, rizzes up Gangle in one scene, which I was not expecting in the slightest. Basically goes through like alternate versions of what happened if this character abstracted instead. You know, in the one where it's Zubul, Gangle puts on her mask from episode 4. She starts basically forcing everyone to work, make this funeral the best funeral ever. And Jax comes in his maid outfit and he's just like, hey, I'm here. Here's the key to my room for after the funeral. Oh yeah. And she does not like that, which is fair, which is completely fair on her part. Then it's what if Gangle died and Zubul gets all mad, and it's in like this Bugs Bunny style, like art style. It's really beautiful, and Zubul like gets launched off a cliff or something, I forgot. And yeah, there's some others as well. And then we get to see Jax's past. This takes up a lot of the film, I'm pretty sure, because it felt like this was going on for ages. I felt like it was a bit dragged out. However, I really enjoyed this section, so it didn't really bother me too much. But it builds on Jax, Kaufmo, Ribbit, all the, you know, the Jax affiliated characters. Explores his backstory. He had an abusive mom, I'm pretty sure. Or no. So his mom kind of hated him because he was too much like his dad, who left her. So one day, when he was explaining all his struggles to her, she just kind of laughed it off and gave him a hug and kind of basically insulted his problems. And then he kind of violently pushed her off of him when she gave him that hug, and yeah, he didn't know if she was still alive or not. He left. He became homeless, and then I forgot what happened after that. I'm so sorry. He ended up in the circus somehow. I don't know, mysterious magic. Ooh. And yeah, that's basically his backstory. He was explaining all of that to Ribbit, but then he started saying that he was making it all up, and that it's all a game, you know, a dream. He thinks everything's fake, basically, even when it's pretty obvious that it's real. And he ends up just ignoring Ribbit from now on, even though they were best friends. You know, you don't reveal your tragic backstory to someone you barely know. I don't think you do. And they start falling out. Jax and Kaufmo start getting closer. Ribbit eventually abstracts, and Jax just goes full on angry mode. This is when he becomes the Jax we know today. Kaufmo starts rambling on about an exit. Jax doesn't want to be affiliated with him. Kaufmo abstracts, and yeah, we know what happens from there. And then Pomni finally reaches Jax in his memories, the real Jax, not the ones that are gatekeeping the real Jax. And he says, you know, he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to die, basically. Pomni comforts him, and then Zubul comes and saves her with like this massive string of her parts. That sounds weird. But yeah, they all save her, and they build like a big trap for, well, not really trap, for Jax. It's like a big tent. It's beautiful, honestly. It's really nice. They make like a massive blanket fort for Jax, and may I say, Sleeping Jax is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Where's the Sleeping Jax merch, Glitch? Where is it? So yeah, Jax lives in a massive circus tent now, and then right as, you know, everything's going good, we see him. Kane has returned, and we get this whole backstory about how he removed the blue AI from him, just tossed it into the abyss. Basically, he went to, my theory is that when he was deleted by Kinga, he wasn't fully deleted, he got put in the recycle bin, and he can escape the recycle bin because he's not fully deleted yet. So he escapes the recycle bin, takes away the blue AI from him, and he finds a way back. He finds the backstories of all of our favourite characters as well, and he basically proposes to them that, you know, they live in peace. He's going to leave the adventures open, and he tells them the truth. They were all digital copies after all. Yep, that theory was correct. Yep, and he basically tells them their backstories in real life, what happens to them after they do this. They also, like, you know, they get a lot closer. They live on in the circus for the rest of eternity. It may seem sad, but honestly, it looks like a pretty happy life. They're playing board games, they're going on adventures. It seems really fun. And also they build like this whole little aquarium section for the abstracted people. It's just really nice. You know, they're not just chucking them in the cellar like they used to. Well, that is Amazing Digital Circus episode 9. Oh, and there's a post-credit scene where Ragatha goes into Zooble and Gangel's room and sees them doing the deed. Yeah, I just thought I'd point that out. Hey, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. So yeah, that is the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9. I thought it was really good, as I said in my spoiler-free section. I do think that Jax should have had more screen time. Like, no, not just screen time, because he had tons of screen time. It was pretty much his episode. But, you know what I mean, like, in the present tense, screen time, not flashbacks and in his head. I mean, like, he should have had, like, a proper role in the episode and not just, you know, finding out his backstory. Because, you know, that would have been better in my opinion. Like, if he just stuck around for maybe 5 more minutes. Come on, we can build on him a little bit in the real world. Then he abstracts. Maybe we see him abstract. That would have been cool. I think Kaufmo. I think he should have had, like, a bigger role in the flashbacks. I know it was very Ribbit focused. Ribbit? I got a plush of Ribbit. It's coming soon. Yippee. I will do a review of that, of course. And, yeah, I think Kaufmo, he could have had a bit more screen time. But, yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I'm glad that Kane's back, but also it feels very weird that he's back. Like, did he not just die? I mean, as I said, I've got my little theory that he was put in the recycle bin. But also Bubble. Where is Bubble? Bubble does not return. Bubble is dead. Unless Bubble was the other AI, which a lot of people have been theorizing about for pretty much since we knew that there was 2 AIs, I think. So, yeah, maybe Bubble's the second AI. Who knows? Overall, it answered so many of my questions about the series, and it does feel complete. We also get to know the names of all of them, which I already can't remember any of them. I know Pomni was Abigail. I guess that kind of fits her. But anyway, guys, that is it for my review of the Amazing Digital Circus, The Last Act. Overall, I really liked it. I really did. My audience in mind, I've heard the audience is terrible. I heard about a story in Liverpool where someone pulled the fire alarm just because they don't like the Digital Circus. Please don't do any of that kind of stuff. I know this fandom is truly disgusting at times, but come on. Come on, there's good people in the fandom like me. Anyway, yeah, don't do anything like that. My audience was pretty fine. I mean, they had to make sound effects, like, when Kane showed up, everyone was like, huh? What? Everyone was yelling that, like, come on. Yeah, we know there's a big reveal. We're watching the same thing. You don't need to make the sound effects. But other than that, my viewing was not that bad. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you haven't seen it yet and you're up to this point in the video, what are you doing with your life? You sicken me. You've just watched through the entire spoiler section. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and goodbye.